Hello again, everyone, and welcome to American Idioms Part 21. This is the 21st video in my American Idiom series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you, numbered 101 to 105. But first, I'll give you the chance to guess their meanings. Then I'll explain their meanings to you using additional examples to help you to understand them better. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 101. And the example is, I had plans to go fishing this weekend, but my boss upset the apple cart when he told me that I had to come in to work on Saturday and Sunday. Can you guess the meaning? The answer here is C, to ruin or interfere with one's goals or plans. That's what to upset the apple cart means. And in our example, this person's boss interrupted or interfered with his plans, right? He wanted to go fishing on the weekend, but the boss upset the apple cart. He ruined the plans. That's how it's used. Here's another example. I can't work with Joan because no matter what we do together, she always finds a way to upset the apple cart and insist on doing things her own way. In this example, the person is talking about how his colleague, Joan, always ruins the plans or always does things her own way. She always upsets the apple cart. That's what it means. All right, number 102. And the example is, the new version of iPhones sold like hotcakes, and it was very difficult to keep them in stock. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess B? Something that sells very quickly and usually sold in large quantities? If you did, you're correct. And that is what happened in our example. The new version of iPhones sold very quickly, and maybe many of them were being sold. So that's why it was difficult for, it sounds like this is a store, to keep these items in stock, to have more of them in supply. They were selling so fast. They were selling like hotcakes. That's how we use it. Here's another example. I tried to buy that toy for my son, but it was back ordered because it was selling like hotcakes. In this case, the toy was very popular. So everybody was buying them, it seems like from this example, and they were back ordered. And this is because they were selling very quickly and they were selling a lot of them. That's why they were back ordered. All right, so if something sells like hotcakes, they sell very quickly and many of them are being sold. All right, number 103. The example is, the politician shot himself in the foot by talking to the media too much about such a controversial issue. He should have just given them a short answer. Can you guess the meaning? The answer here is B, to do or say something that causes problems for you. Now, in our example, the politician should not have spoken that much about whatever this controversial issue was. All right? If he had given a short answer, he probably wouldn't have had a problem, but because he gave the long answer, maybe the media asked him more questions that he really didn't want to talk about because it was controversial. All right? So to shoot yourself in the foot means to do something that causes problems, and that's what happened in our example. Here's another example for you. The company shot itself in the foot when they raised the prices on their new software program. Now, no one wants it. Similar to the last example, the company here did something that caused problems for itself. The problem was they raised the prices on their new software program and then no one wanted to buy it. All right, so if you shoot yourself in the foot, you cause problems for yourself. All right, here's number 104. And the example is, if you don't study American idioms now, it will be a problem for you down the road, especially if you plan on living in the United States. Can you guess the meaning? The answer here is sometime in the future or even in a few years, and this is what it means. Down the road usually means the future or near future. And that's why I wrote this example, because by studying idioms now, down the road, in the near future, if you live in the United States, this is going to help you a lot. Here's another example. Economists have said that our economy will recover, but it will be a long time down the road. In this case, economists here are talking about the recovery of the economy, and it's going to come in the future, or in this case, a long time down the road. This means pretty far in the future. All right, so the meaning changed a little bit from being, let's say, near future to a long time down the road. Got it? All right, the final idiom, number 105. And the example is, Vince was on pins and needles while he waited for the test results from the doctor about his wife's condition. Can you guess the meaning? The answer here is A, to be anxious or tense about something, and that's exactly what happened in our example. Vince was waiting for the test results for his wife. He was very upset. He was very nervous, very anxious about this, and that's why we say he was on pins and needles. He was very anxious, right? He was very nervous about this. Here's another example. Recently, Ronald was on pins and needles about whether to sell his stocks in the stock market. In this case, Ronald was very anxious or nervous about selling his stocks. Maybe he thought that if he sold them now, they would be at a low price. If he waited, maybe they would be worth more. But anyway, he was anxious about this situation. All right? That's what to be on pins and needles means. That's all for this video. Are you still on pins and needles about learning American idioms? Well, if you keep practicing, down the road, you will understand them. Okay? So thanks again, everyone, for subscribing. And remember one more thing. Keep practicing! See you next time!